Hi everyone, and welcome to my video showing you how I have been organizing my acrylic stamps in Photoshop Elements Organizer. And so I have been subscribing to Ali Edwards' Story Kit and Story Stamp for quite some time. So when you subscribe to both the kit and the stamp, you get the digital versions along with that. So I have the digital versions of all of my stamps. And when a new kit comes out, just like the new Sense kit came out today, I automatically copy the folder of the stamp set, the digital stamp set, into another folder that I've created on my computer that is labeled acrylic stamps. So you will see in here that I have all of these folders, and each one of these represents one of the kits, whether it's a story kit. I do the same thing with my scrapbook by the month stamps, as well as any other stamps that I purchase through Ali Edwards. And so generally speaking, this is just the folder that houses the other folders. And so I'll show you how I've been doing this. And I'm going to use the Sense stamp kit here to show you. Let's open that up. And you will see that all of the PNG files for the stamps are in this folder. And each one is named. Ali has them named with her name, and then generally some kind of description, and again, they are PNG. So if you take a look at this one here, you will see, if I click on it over here, I have changed the name. I didn't delete the name that Ali gave the PNG file, but at the end, for this one, I added the word cursive. So when I get this into Photoshop Elements Organizer, I am going to be able to search the word cursive, and this will be one of the PNG files that pops up. And so that would be the same with anything that is cursive. For example, sense of self, senses, total nonsense, and each of them has, it could have one additional word added, it could have two additional words added. For example, this one right here is cursive, so you'll see that I've added the name cursive to it. And then I also put the word stack at the end. And to me, because I made these words up on my own for what met my needs, the word stack means that there are words on top of each other. This would be considered a stack, so this would be cursive stack. This is also considered a stack, but it's not cursive. So I just put the word stack on the end. And if I were to go into my Elements Organizer and I search the word stack, this is one of the PNG files that will show up. For example, another one, smelling. This isn't cursive, and it is a phrase. So when I'm looking for a phrase that I want to add to one of my spreads or one of my pages, if I search the word phrase, this one will pop up. And let's see what else. Oh, here, this is a circle. It is a wonky circle, but it's a circle nonetheless, and it's also a shape. So for this one, I have used the words cursive, circle, and shape. I go through. It takes me probably about 5 minutes or less to rename each of these. And in order to rename them, basically, I would just click on them, have them as being the one that's selected. I would right-click, and then I would do rename. And wanting to leave Ali's original name, I just click the right arrow that takes me to the end of the name. And then here is where I will just, do a space, add the word shape, do a space, add the word circle or the word cursive. And then when I'm done, I hit enter and it's been renamed. So this is how I'm doing this. I originally started doing this probably last year. And so I do have quite a few files inside of my Elements Organizer, and I will show you how I add them into my Elements Organizer in just a moment. Okay, I'm back in Photoshop Elements Organizer, and as you can see on the screen, I have a number of the digital versions of the stamps loaded into Elements, and they are all just here. And if I scroll, you can see that there's just tons of words and phrases and shapes, circles, icons. It's just all in there. And so I want to add the sense files to this. So I'll go into the File menu, Get Photos and Videos, and I'll choose From Files and Folders. And I have the acrylic stamp folder, so I'll click on that. And of course you can do Get Media, and it will go through the whole process of going through every one of these folders. And in the end, what'll happen is I'll just get all these messages that say, file already exists. And that's the easy way if you don't want to search for the particular file that you're looking to add. But I'll just scroll down, and I know I'm looking for the one that is labeled Sense. So I think I've passed it. There it is right there. So I'll click on Sense. And then these are all of the files that are inside of that folder. And I'll click Get Media. So it will pull them in. And I think this file that is saying it is skipped because it's not supported, that's the actual brush file that's in the folder. So I'll just click OK. And then you will see that I have imported all of these new stamps, or the digital versions of the stamps, into my library, I guess you can call it. So they are in there. And let's just say, for example, now that I was looking for something that was in Allie's writing, and I used the general word cursive to label anything that Allie has written. For example, it could be something that she wrote in cursive with her handwriting, or it might just be something that she printed with her handwriting. But I kind of dumped them all into a file, or labeled them all with the word cursive. So if I was interested in looking for a particular cursive stamp that I wanted to use, I would just go up here to search, and then I could always search the word cursive, and it will bring up everything that I have labeled with the word cursive. They're all here in one place. And of course, you can go to the grid view over here, and then you can see them all. Let's say that I wanted to use a cursive one that said, oh gosh, I don't know, let's find enjoying. Okay, this one is in her particular printing, but let's say I wanted to do enjoying somewhere. And then I can click keywords and info. And then of course you can see where it's located. It is stamp set March 2022. So I would go to my desk where I have all of my stamp sets labeled in alphabetical order, and I would just find the March 2022 stamp set, and on there would be the acrylic stamp that I'm looking for. Now, one thing that I have to do is keep in mind, what size stamp am I looking for? What space do I want to fill on my spread or on my page? And again, with having the acrylic stamps right here on my desk, as I'm searching through these, I don't know what the size of the actual stamp is going to be. Will it be too small for my space, too big for my space? But as I'm working through these, scrapbooking week after week after month, I begin to know, excuse me, I begin to know, what stamps are smaller, what stamps are bigger. Yeah, so this works for me. I know that there are a million ways that people organize their acrylic stamps, and I know I've seen wonderful ways where people, I think Laura Wansick had removed hers from the plastic backing and had moved them so that they're organized. And that is just really scary to me. I couldn't bring myself to do that. And who knows, in the future, I might. Organization changes for me and I come up with new ways. But this has been the current way that I have been using. So I wanted to share this with you guys. And if you happen to have any questions, or you wanted to know anything about how I've been doing this, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.